Second take, week 4, baby. Fresh off a dub for myself, beating Big Mike here. How you doing?
Pretty good. I mean, not only did I lose to you, but I also won the T-shirt. So yeah,
60. What was it?
we don't
60.52.
we don't need to get into that, man. Come on, man.
It's not.
60.
Well, I mean, we're gonna go to the recap at some point. It's not your fault.
Yeah,
It's not your fault. It's not due to.
it is. It is my. I take full responsibility. Unlike these coaches that shy away from these press conference questions, I take full responsibility. I drafted those players. If you're gonna crown them, crown them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
They are who we thought they were.
Oh
They're
my.
not who I thought they were. They're not who I thought they were, but they are who we thought they were. All right. They didn't show up. Hunter Henry didn't show up. These damn running backs, Joshua Kelly, 2 points back-to-back weeks.
12 touches for Joshua Kelly, 15 yards.
12 carries, 11 yards. What
11
is that?
yards. Excuse me, 11 yards.
He had the only thing that saved his score was a catch. He had one catch. Awful.
For a PPR, baby.
Awful. Khalil Herbert, why are you fumbling the ball? For what?
For Roshan to come in and take over. That's why.
For Roshan to come in and take. Roshan had some comments today, by the way. I heard some comments. That man's got to be coach's favorite. You heard what he said? He says we just got to fix some. He said we got to fix some little things. Talking about the Bears, we got to fix some little things. I'm like, you must be the coach's favorite saying that. Because if it was me, man, I would.
Well, I heard QB1 talking about playoffs, which you're insane. 0-3 talking about playoffs. I mean, I get it. The Vikings are 0-3.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. But yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and share my screen here. Let's take a look at these trades that happened, Mike.
Yeah.
Speaking about Khalil Herbert.
Yep.
I thought it was a pretty fair trade. You know, the champ loves the Seattle Seahawks.
He really does. I should have tried to work my way for Breece Hall, but Breece Hall didn't do anything this weekend, did he?
And he won't. He will not do anything for a long time because, like my Bears, the Jets offense is ass.
Yeah, and he's making posts about his coach, and he only getting 4 touches. I'm like, I'd rather have Breece Hall, but
of course, yeah.
Yeah, I was desperate, dude. None of my running backs were practicing. I was down to just Joshua Kelly. I needed to start someone. I didn't want to drop anyone. I was like, well, I got to trade receiver for a running back. And I shopped around. It's not like I didn't shop around. I definitely did my due diligence. I messaged a couple of different people. People wanted more than they were more than I was looking for, more than I was looking to give up.
Small little trade, but I also made a trade. And we call it a blockbuster where I'm from.
And it led to a victory directly.
And it led to a victory, a major victory for me.
Yeah, a direct victory.
Cooper Kupp and Ramondre Stevenson, probably the 2 best players on my team, for Devonta Smith, Rashid Shaheed, and Zach Moss. Zach Moss, 20-point game.
Went off.
Devonta Smith had a quiet game.
Yeah, Smith was due a quiet game. Shaheed actually returned a punt.
Yes.
He didn't get a single catch.
His only points. 6 points.
Yeah, he didn't get a single catch. Returned a punt. I mean, look, if Cooper Kupp comes back, lights it up, then yes, we can say that Piani won this trade. But that's not a guarantee. What is a guarantee is what you got. You got players that are going to perform right away because we don't know about Jonathan Taylor. We don't know about Cooper Kupp, right? You got Zach Moss who's taking the reins, and it led to a victory, and that's what you need. I think a lot of us will wait too long, and we'll sit there and twiddle our thumbs waiting for a player to come back. They come back, they don't do anything. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here thinking maybe I should move Eckler. You know what I mean? That's how long is, what I'm saying? We're waiting too long, and we're taking these L's. The only game I've won this year was match 1. That was when I had Eckler and J.K. Dobbins. And so these holding IR spots, those are like, if you're fortunate enough to be in that position where you could still win without without big players, shout out to you. But most people can't do that. And I'm glad you made that trade.
Which he is 3-0.
He is winning. He is 3-0. Yes, he's winning without it.
Yeah. So of course I don't like building super teams, and that's kind of what I've done here. What's missing from this is Piani is also the Jonathan Taylor owner. So there is a nightmare scenario where yes, Cooper Kupp comes back, like Mike said, lights it up, and then Jonathan Taylor comes back and takes that role and lights it up. That would be very devastating to me. I'd be down an RB1, but let's be honest, Ramondre has not looked great. Another poor offense, New England.
Awful.
He can't get over 6 yards rushing. So At this time, yes, looks like I won the trade. I took a dig too. I don't know if you saw that, Mike. I posted a little Reddit post. The Reddit community was worried about Ramondre. I thought I'd share that, and Piani took offense to it as he should. But I told him he's gonna be all right. But yeah, moving forward though, let's go ahead and throw up the power rankings real fast while we're here. Some major moves, obviously, Xavier and Piani look incredible. And I don't want to discount Joe on what he's done this year. Yes, he has 370 points, which is right up there with these guys. But there's people like Tony, Nate, who are nearing 400 at 390. But these are our power rankings. One of our biggest fallers was you, of course.
Yep.
Down 2 spots. How about Jesse, 0-3? Who would have saw this, huh? Drop down 2 spots. Draft recap, I said he had one of the deepest teams. It doesn't look like that. And can we believe this? The champ is 0-3? 0-3?
I mean, I believe
Never.
it. I believe it. He was 5-8 last year when
You're gonna keep talking down on him 5-8.
He ran some luck to get to that finals and win the Super Bowl, right?
Absolutely.
So he's running out of that luck a little bit right now.
And he admitted that. Yeah, last year. He definitely said, yeah, it was a lot of luck involved in my championship, but he had one of the best stacks, which looks horrible this year. If you took Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, you're regretting it.
People were talking about taking Chase over McCaffrey. There's a lot of people that drafted Jamar Chase.
You know what? Though?
He had a big game yesterday, so he made up. I mean, he's gonna stay healthier, right? And 0-3 is fine. Don't count anyone out. It's a long season. 5-8, like I said, gets you in the playoffs, and then you can win the Super Bowl just like the champ did. So
incredible.
It's fine. It's fine. These 4 3-0s, right? Is that 4? Joe, Danny, Piani, and Xavier all 3-0.
Yes, and Danny. Let's not shy away from Danny. Danny has 346 points on the year, but he's also on a 3-game win streak. You want to hear an interesting stat for Danny? $100 in that fab budget.
Man does not need it.
Guy believes in draft day.
He believes in draft day.
Believes in draft day.
Not a single trade.
Just nothing.
He sticks with his guys.
He's made trades. I'm not trying to say he never trades.
I can't remember because I actually offered him a couple of trades before I made that Khalil Herbert trade.
It was like 4 years ago with Danger Matt. No.
I made one trade with Danny my whole career, and it was Calvin Johnson for RG3.
Wow.
And a running back. I got a running back too. I can't remember who.
That sounds pretty early.
It was early. RG3 had his rookie season. He went off that year.
Interesting, but these, of course, will keep fluctuating. It's only week 4, boys. Only week 4. I'm happy to see myself out of the bottom 4. Makes me excited. And I got a good opponent this week. Let's see if I can have another upset. Waiver Wired, week 4. Little detour here. We lost Mike for a bit. He'll be back later in the episode, don't worry. But $103 are spent here in week 4. Romeo Doubs, wide receiver, Green Bay. Started off with Danny, losing Mike Williams. Went out and secured his RB2, Romeo Doubs, for $40. I love this ad, Danny. Fantastic pickup for you. He's been electric. Multiple touchdowns on the year. Of course, Christian Watson's been out, but I expect this guy to still be doing something for you. Moving forward, though, Josh Palmer, wide receiver, Los Angeles Chargers, $26 to Mike. I think Quentin Johnson is the guy that's going to take the biggest jump here for Mike Williams and the Chargers. I mean, obviously, we love Keenan Allen, think he's going to do a lot of things, but Josh Palmer did light it up last year, but I'm not mistaken, he plays more of a slot role. I mean, Keenan is a slot, but I know Kellen Moore has been moving these guys around. So, $26 to Mike. He's trying to take advantage. Also taking advantage. Anthony Richardson injured. Derek Carr injured. Where does Mike go? He goes to the rookie CJ Stroud for the Houston Texans quarterback, $17. Love this ad. This guy has not thrown a pick. What rookies do that? Rookies usually throw picks. I mean, this is amazing. $17. I don't hate it. I was also on here. So was Xavier. We both put bids in for him, but Mike prevailed. Moving forward, DJ Shark, wide receiver, Carolina, $10 to Danger Matt. Not too much to say here. Thielen had a big week last week. I think it was 10 for 145. But DJ Shark's going to do things, I'm sure. Bryce Young's got to throw it to somebody, right? Cincinnati defense, $8 pickup to Mikey. Like that as well. Matt Gay, couple kickers here. Indianapolis to Dave. Dave also picked up Keaton Mitchell, running back Baltimore, $0. Could be a sleeper, could be a potential somebody think he's coming off the IR, if I'm not mistaken. How about Matt Prater, kicker, Arizona? $1 to Xavier. And he also picked up Donald Parham, tight end, Los Angeles Chargers, $0. Another guy that could take advantage of the Mike Williams injury, Donald Parham. Tight end's been desolate out there, so I don't blame Xavier for making that ad. That'll wrap it up for Waiver Wired. But speaking of upsets, let's go ahead and take a look at last week's results. This was game of the week, by the way.
Yes, it was. Wasn't much of a game.
A little disappointing, to be honest. We see some stinkers here.
Yeah.
I don't know what to do with Daniel Jones. 30 points, highest score, down to 3. I don't know what to say. He did play one of the best defenses in the league. I got to stick with him, though.
He's a trash quarterback. Let's just be real. He's a trash quarterback.
But for fantasy, I kind of like it. The little bit of rushing, Yeah. And then you spoke on your side. I don't know how that Jacksonville game finished out. I'm just blown away. That defense stood up. CJ Stroud looked real. 37-17. You would have told me Houston was gonna beat Jacksonville. I would have told you you're lying.
Bro, a lot of shockers, man. Saints were up 17-0.
Yeah.
On Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Jordan Love's making mistake after mistake. I'm like, they're not like this game is pretty much over. Somehow they win. I mean, Derek Carr got knocked out. Actually, that's why you said 8 points there.
But Jameis is competent. Yeah, you would have expected them to put some points up. They didn't.
Yeah.
How about Arizona beating Dallas?
Ridiculous. I knew Prescott was gonna make some look bad, but I thought he wouldn't look bad against Arizona. Jesus.
Arizona's defense has scored some points this year. They look interesting, but it's like what it is.
That coach knows what he's doing, man. Remember we were talking. I was like, that's a tanking team. No, they're looking good.
Like
look at my bench, by the way. I'll have Laporta on the bench.
Yeah, we can scroll down and see that 22 down there. Can you blame yourself?
Look at all the zeros. I've never seen so many Qs.
Team IR, baby.
Team IR.
Yeah, but shout me out. Big win.
Yeah. Team name changing a t-shirt, Mike.
Oh, I like it. How about Matt? This is a close L to Joe. Matt lost 3 straight.
Yeah.
Kenneth Walker. Wow.
Yeah. Reynolds, 0 points. You never like to see that.
Not much he could. I guess he could have started Woods. Woods.
Just started Kendrick Bourne over Josh Reynolds. Is it Joshua Reynolds? Yeah, Joshua Reynolds.
Oh yeah, Kenneth Bourne down there 8. Wouldn't have been enough, but hey, shout out Matt for benching QB1 and knowing. We called him crazy last week, and he was absolutely correct. And then nice to see AJ Brown have a game, for Joe. Thielen, that was ridiculous. You won't see that again this year.
Yeah, Kenneth Walker dropping 30 has got to make you feel good.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
nice to see
he still put
back.
He put up more points than both of us, Tyler. So he's got to feel
talking down. I'm 1-2. He's 0-3. I'm not talking down.
Oh my god, you put up 100 points and got a dub. Like
we'll take it.
You'll take it.
Would it beat one other guy? Not 2 guys. It would have beat this guy too. How about Jesse? Also 0-3. Shocker. Lost to Tony. This was a close. This one was close for a minute, and then he kind of broke away in the afternoon games on Sunday. I actually watched football with Tony on Sunday. It was a pleasant time. We witnessed the Bears just absolutely. I'm just lost for words. It was just some of the worst. Our highlights were Taylor Swift. I'll just leave it at that. It was expanding to Taylor Swift was better than watching the Bears offense and defense.
Exactly.
And special teams. But Jesse's in trouble, huh?
He needs to make a move.
He was setting me up for a tight end today.
Oh, I gotta reach out to him.
Yeah.
I gotta definitely reach out to him.
He's looking for a tight end. Clearly he's not happy with Hurst or Schultz. I mean, they combined for under 5 here. That's not good. On the right side, though, for Tony, Jared Allen, James Conner, nice touchdown. Kendra Miller, Mike, you were right. He got outsnapped by Tony.
Yeah, Tony Jones.
Yeah.
Everyone, that was obvious. But look at Connor's stats. Have you looked at his stats? Nuts, dude.
Yeah.
What was I always overthink. There's always a few players I always overthink. I don't want to touch Connor. Tanking team, Arizona.
There'll be game script, making a game script. Yeah.
Balling. He's balling, dude. And then obviously he got lucky with Puka, but it's working, man. His team looks solid, dude. His team looks solid.
Got the Dallas special teams. That says a lot.
Yeah, his team looks solid, dude. This team is solid. Cowboys D, they'll step up too.
Absolutely. Danny put the whooping on Dave.
Yeah, Dave put up a good amount of points, but yeah,
without Derrick Henry. So we didn't need him.
Yeah. Did you hear about Mike Williams? Did you hear about Mike Williams?
Yeah, done for the season.
ACL, man.
At least he gave him a nice, exit.
26, yeah. Yeah, that was nice.
Looking at Danny's team now, though, I guess DJ Moore comes up, and we're hurting down here. Maybe Jaylen Warren becomes somebody for him in the flex.
But again, here's another situation of someone losing to a defense. 33 from the Bills defense, man. We talk about this. We've been talking about this.
It's
man.
sick.
Like think about it. Let's say the Bills defense puts up 10. You realize Dave wins this game.
Yeah, easily.
They put up 33. Like that's nuts.
Sam Howell, 4 interceptions. He's on Jesse's team.
And dude, DeAndre Swift, bro, is nuts. He's so good. He only had 16 carries.
130 rushing yards. He's feeling himself. He needed to get right game. That's all it took.
Bro, he's so good.
What did that say about Philadelphia and the coaching staff that they need to start him week 1?
What does it say about the Lions who gave him away for peanuts and then drafted Jamar Gibbs and not even using Jamar Gibbs?
Jamar Gibbs, 17 rushes for 80 yards last week. It wasn't that bad.
Yeah, true.
The champ getting whooped on by Piani. This is a massacre. Wasn't even close.
All right, he still put up more points than I did, but yeah, it wasn't close.
We got to move.
Come on, Devontae Adams put 43 though. It's nuts.
Oh, he had a game.
That's nuts.
Then that game was not close. That Pittsburgh game.
I know. Well,
yeah, that box score is
lost 5. Yeah. Josh McDaniels decided to go for a field goal. I don't know if you heard about this, but they were down. They're 15 to 20. They went for a field goal. I didn't watch the game. I just know that there's been a lot of talks about how he's a trash coach too. There's a lot of trash coaches in the NFL, man. It's sad.
It's off of the Belichick. Yeah.
There's a lot of trash coaches. You only get 12 good coaches in the NFL, and everyone wants a good coach, and it's hard out there, bro.
Tyler Algier, what a waste of money at this time. Doesn't look like he's gonna get as much work. It was a ruse.
Him and Bourne, right? $84, $99. Puka was the only good buy.
Puka, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
Shout out Tony, but Piani's team is super strong, man.
Herbert, baby, he balled out too.
Yeah, Herbert's real. This was a close one. Ryan taking the out of Nate here. Brock Purdy, man, 19.3.
Lost Monday night.
Where's he gonna finish? QB 10, QB 8. Tajay Spears got to start. No Aaron Jones.
I hate NFL Twitter, by the way. He benched Tua
for Kirk, and it didn't even matter. It was close. It was almost correct.
It didn't even matter.
Yeah, we were shocked by that. This Downs guy's real, I guess. He's getting a lot of work, PPR. And then I just feel bad for Najee. I mean, for Ryan for owning Najee. It's just been not a good ride. We want to talk about a guy who needs to make a move. I think Ryan needs a running back stat. I mean, I guess you got Dameon Pierce. That's about it, though, right?
It's hard out there. I would love Dameon Pierce on my team, though. I'll tell you that right now.
It's a tough L for Ryan, but 1 and 2. I guess don't panic, right? Don't panic.
He's fine.
He's fine. Xavier, though. Holy moly. 196. He almost touched the 220 there from last year.
Yeah, he had 2 guys put up more than 45 points.
The Jags gave him -4. He didn't start a defense here. He's looking at 200. So.
Oh, he could have been at 200.
Could have been at 200. I don't think we're ever going to touch the champs 220, but never say never, right? Christian McCaffrey's, if he stays healthy or whatever, or he's 1-on-1 next year, right?
I don't know, man. I don't want to talk
the
about
usage, the rate.
I could have took him. I could have took him. I took him.
And then your boy Keenan said, "It's all right, Mike. I don't need you," and took over.
Yeah, you know what, man? He also threw for a touchdown. Did you saw that highlight?
Did he?
Yeah, he threw for a touchdown. Keenan Allen threw for a touchdown.
He does that, though. That's 4. That's 4 if he does that.
It was 46 yards, so that's
in the air yards, yeah. 25, I think. Is it 25? You get I don't know what passing is. I don't off the top of my head.
25 is a point. 25 is a point. So you got 1.9 for that, and you got 4 points for that. He threw the touchdown to Mike Williams. Keenan had a game. You know what, man? I was on, I love Twitter, but there's a highlight from last year when we played Minnesota, and Justin Jefferson came up to Keenan and threw the ball at him, saying, "Here, catch this," and he just did not forget. He had 18 catches, 215 yards.
Keenan Allen, quietly, he's been undisputed best receiver in the league for a long time. and the age and the injuries are stacked up against him to where he's falling off. And, Devonta Adams gets this too. It's just we're welcoming these new people, but yeah, he reminded him. He's like, I'm him.
Yeah, 100%.
And then we didn't even touch on the Miami Denver game, but 70 big ones. And Mike McDaniels could have easily kicked a field goal there to break the record, and he took his foot off the pedal. But Raheem Mostert and we pass it on Dave's bench, but A-Chain both balled out, and we see here 45 out of Raheem Mostert.
Ridiculous. 4 touchdowns. Ridiculous. You saw Daniels too was on he was in the stands with his play sheet. Did you see this?
No, I did not.
There's an image of him talking to fans in the stands during the game. With a play sheet. And then someone had retweeted, it was like, all right, pick a play, I'll run. I swear to God. To the fans. Like that was his, oh man. He balled out.
I assume this happened after they were up 40 or something, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, just rub it in. But, Peyton deserves this because he was talking a lot of smack
100%.
before the year started. I just deserves, 100%. Man. Take it. But, Mikey, you can't be too upset. That was a great ad with Tank Dell. Ford looks just as good as advertised. He's going to have a tougher – we'll get into it later in the predictions, but he's going to have a tougher time this week. Better defense. But I think Mikey's all right at 1-2. I think he is. I mean, this is 196 on you. You just got tough beats, man.
Yep. We
can move to a little – who he play for. Let's get into it, huh? Good luck to you. This is going to be a tough week for you. These guys have scored touchdowns, remember. Pierre Strong, running backs. Third-year pro.
Okay.
Plays in the AFC.
Houston Texans.
Cleveland Browns. Pierre Strong.
I would never have guessed.
I mean, we might want to look at him, right? That was just Ford. I don't know.
Yeah.
How about Khalil Shakur?
Oh my God. This is even harder.
Khalil Shakur, third-year pro as well, been in league 3 years. Also AFC receiver. Khalil Shakur has scored a touchdown.
AFC receiver scored a touchdown. Man, who am I not paying attention to? Let's go Jacksonville Jaguars.
It is the Buffalo Bills.
Oh my God.
Nobody.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I turned off Red Zone.
Oh, what happened? You did not watch Red Zone?
When Derek Carr got hurt, I turned it off. I just turned it off.
That's fair. But to finish my comment, nobody circles the wagons like the Buffalo Bills. All right? Nobody. How about journeyman Josh Oliver, tight end? Been in the league for a minute. Scored a touchdown.
NFC, AFC.
NFC.
Josh Oliver. He looks so familiar.
Josh Oliver.
Giants.
He plays for the Minnesota Vikings.
Jesus Christ.
It's all right, Mike. Thanks for playing. This was a tough week, man. There's not noticeable names out there, I must say.
I'm going to do one for you next week.
I would love it. I feel like I'm ready
to
test myself, but who knows? All right. How about the Parley Minute, boys? The gambling segment of the episode. I believe these were misses last week for us. We didn't do too hot. On the gambling, but we're back again. We're not a quitter. We're gonna start with Papi's parlay. He's got Green Bay plus 1.5 for the Thursday night game, which I completely agree with. Green Bay has every ability to win this game. I believe Detroit's D-line is a little beat up, so Love's gonna have time to throw. Dave thinks this game's gonna be under 45.5. I can see that. I could easily see that. It's very possible that they don't hit that number. But moving forward, Dave has a couple early picks here. He thinks Chicago at home against Denver. Shout out Danny, who's going to be at the game. Hopefully, he can bring some good luck to the Bears. We need a get-right game, but I think both these teams are looking for that. But he's going to take Chicago plus 3.5. I can't get behind that one. I mean, I'm just so pessimistic with the Bears. I'm sorry. How about Cleveland minus 2.5, also at home against Baltimore? Cleveland's defense has been nothing but spectacular this year. I could see that minus 2.5 working out for them. Also, that's just a tough one, but that there's good money on this. How about Minnesota against Carolina? He likes the under for 45.5 in that game. It's a Carolina not keeping up with Minnesota. Minnesota is 0-3. That's just crazy to me. But under 45.5. And then Buffalo is at home against Miami. And he's going to take Buffalo minus 3. This is kind of a shocker. Miami just put up 70 points. Is this like they're going to take a step back because they were so explosive? Buffalo's defense obviously better? than Denver, but -3. How do you not go with a team that just scored 70 points? I can't get behind this one either. But we love to see it. Houston is at home this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers, 1-2. He's going to take them +3 here. CJ Stroud. That's what we're saying here. +3 is good money. Maybe Dave just doesn't believe in Pittsburgh. I don't know if I can. These are some out there picks in my opinion, Dave. But a lot of money at stake here. A lot of money to be won with what you have here. Let's go ahead and flip over to Nate's college football locks of the week. Oregon State +3.5. Nate likes. I'm just gonna run through these. Kentucky -1. Duke +5.5. And he wants Colorado. He's gonna pick some teams Tyler knows about. He thinks they're +21.5. He's gonna take them against USC. But Nate always comes with some details here on why he makes these picks. So let's run through them as I read them here. He says he hopes Cam Rising doesn't come back for Utah against Oregon State. Kentucky is a fade. Florida pick, and most power ratings like Kentucky by a few points anyways. I don't love the Duke number, but I don't know how Notre Dame picks themselves up for this one. Plus, Duke is just super well coached. Notre Dame just lost to Ohio State. +21.5 is a lot of points to give up. I agree with you, Nate. I agree with you. Let's keep it moving, though. Tried to fade them in a look-ahead spot last week, and they were 100% locked in. So Duke burnt Nate last week, so he's all in on him. That's what I'm reading here. Said also they've already proven that they can show up in a big spot at home this year when they beat Clemson. And then he goes, Colorado pick is partially for you, as aka me. I've been shouting it out. Deion's been electric. They've taken college football by storm, but of course they got beat by Oregon last week. It was a massacre. But anyways, he wants to go with USC probably has the best offense in the country. That says a lot. But I don't think their D-line will give Colorado problems like Oregon's did. I'll take 21 and a hook at home. He goes, #only schools that Tyler's heard of. I really need to watch college football, man. It's hard to pitch college football on the wife for Saturdays. I got to dedicate one day to the family, But let's keep it rolling here in the Parley Minute. I got some primetime games here. Fully transparent with you guys. We did not hit last week on what I put out there, but I feel a lot more confident. Like Nate, we don't need to bundle these. We can take them separately, boys. We don't have to bundle everything, but I do have it if you want to spice one for Thursday night. This is plus 2024, okay? You bet 10, make $202.41. I like Green Bay money line. Dave's playing with the numbers here. I'm just going to take Green Bay straight up. It's more money, plus 104. I like Love to throw over 227.5. He threw for 240 last week. I think he can beat 227 here. How about St. Brown over 72.5 receptions? I know he's got a steel plate in his shoe. It's a little scary, but this guy is nothing but spectacular. I like him to have a big game this week. Over 6.5 receptions. They're not going to be ready for him. And then let's shout out Danny's recent ad. How about Dobbs to get an anytime touchdown? He's due. I think he can easily do that. And I like all this for plus 2024. We like that. Let's move on to Sunday night. Kansas City. They're playing. This should have been flexed out. If Aaron Rodgers was never hurt, man, these games are probably a little more competitive. But at the same time, let's flip it. Were they going to be that good with Aaron Rodgers? Let's just be honest. The New York Football Jets. Were they going to be that good with Aaron Rodgers? Is it that much of an upgrade? I know quarterback is very important in this league, but they're not even able to run the ball. This line was a major issue, right? They can't run the ball in the Jets. The defense is doing everything they can, but they can't stay on the field. Now that is part of, the 3 and outs. They got to get another quarterback in there, right? I don't know. Anyways, let's take Kansas City 9.5. Let's go the under 42.5. I don't think the Jets are gonna be able to put up points. This might be another situation where Kansas City gets up big and we see Blaine Gabbert again. How about Kelsey anytime touchdown? Let's keep it rolling. This is a scary one. Breece Hall to have 40 yards rushing. If they just give him 10 attempts, I think he can break one. I really do. So let's keep him at 40 rushing. How about Kelsey over 6.5 receptions? This one's scary as well because if they take these starters out early, maybe he doesn't hit this. Maybe we knock this number down to 4.5. We'll see what it opens at. Of course, when I throw up a Sunday night and a Monday night game, same for Dave. When we're throwing these games early, we don't have player props yet. This is all just what we're willing to do. But I digress. Mahomes plus 250 passing. Once again, bench. That's a problem, but I think he can do it. If you guys just want to fade the Jets and just take all the unders on everything, I'm okay with that as well. But we're gambling. We kind of want to see things happen, not happen. You know what I mean? Let's go to Monday night. My New York Football Giants are playing the Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to take them -1.5 at home against the Seattle Seahawks. I think this game could potentially be a shootout, high-scoring affair. Let's go over 47.5. Waller has not scored a touchdown this year, guys. Not scored a touchdown. It's going to happen this game. It's got to happen this game. This guy is a major threat in the offense. They're going to get him featured. We're still without Saquon. I like Tyler Lockett over 40 yards receiving. I like Kenneth Walker to have 50 yards rushing. This guy's been nothing but prolific this year. He's going to get the rock. He's going to get the ball moving. And then I know this didn't hit last week, but I like betting Danny Dimes at 25 rushing every week. This guy's a threat on the ground. Of course, he played San Francisco. It wasn't going to happen. I think it's definitely going to happen here. I mean, call me crazy, but I don't think he's getting spied like these other quarterbacks, you know? But that'll wrap it up here for the Parlay Minute. Why don't we get into these predictions? Predict the future, Mike. Let me get my sheet ready. Oh, we never even mentioned it. Mike, you got 5 right last week. I got 6 out of 7. Feel pretty good about that. My only miss was taking Matt over Joe. But let's get into it. Right here, I'm playing Nate. Not favored to win. Aaron Jones, not going to play. Not going to play. No, I'm concerned. I want to look. Yeah, we have no information. Is he even practicing? I'm going to say no. But if he doesn't go, we'll probably see, and Saquon's out, we'll probably see Tajay Spears again, which is playing Cincinnati.
His team is deep.
It's not a normal Nate team, huh?
His team is deep.
What do you think with the injury to Carr? Does Olave go down a little bit? Not by much, but maybe a little.
Actually, I think he goes up.
He goes up because of famous James.
Jameis, man, loves to sling that ball. So
that's fair. I'm taking myself here. I got 3 guys going on Monday night, and I feel good about this one. They're playing the Seattle Seahawks at home.
Is Monday another doubleheader? No, right?
I sure hope not. This says 7:15. I'm going to say no.
I'm going to take Nate.
Fair enough.
Nate.
Fair
Mike
enough.
Evans. Why did I not take draft Mike Evans?
Oh, a lot of reasons. A lot of reasons. Trying to see what the game of the week is.
Upset alert.
Not
Danny
for a while.
versus Jesse.
Upset alert. You're calling it. Lost 3 straight.
Lost 3 straight. I'm going to take Jesse here. Watch Trevor Lawrence drop 40 on the Atlanta Falcons.
Yeah, looking at the rosters here, Debo is going to play. Kamara comes back this week. That's exciting, huh? That's got to be everything. Look at his running backs. You want to talk about prolific running backs. But I'm going to roll with Danny here. Seattle Seahawks defense is not going to do what you think this week. Special teams edge over on the left side. Oh, I don't know. The Bills are playing Miami. I don't know if would you start the Bills against Miami? I don't think I'd do that.
No, I definitely would not do that.
This is going to be a close one. Upset alert's real though. Upset alert is real. Absolutely. Let's move forward. Joe 3-0 is playing you, buddy. Derek Carr is still in there. You making an ad at quarterback? Richard's back, right? Richard's going to play.
Yeah, maybe.
That makes this a lot closer if you make that change.
Yeah, maybe.
Who you dropping? Is he? You don't have him on the IR, right? No, that's your bench.
Yeah, no, none of these guys qualify for IR despite being out multiple weeks.
NFL, man.
It's ridiculous. Christian Watson is the most frustrating dude. And there was no signs. There was no reports of him being injured in any draft process. And all of a sudden, he's just hurt. I'm taking me.
I'm going to go
with these trash running backs.
I'm going to go against these trash running backs?
Even with my trash running backs.
With your trash running backs. Cool, Herbert. It's okay. He's just going to lose the job. Russell Wilson is playing Chicago. I think he's going to do pretty good. Tony Pollard. Ayuk, is he back for real? I think he was just a decoy last week. I might start Godwin.
He's starting Russell Wilson over Joe Burrow, by the way.
I see that. Joe was not good.
He's not been good.
Joe keeps the streak. I'm going to take him. These are tough this week.
It.
These are really tough.
Yeah.
It's week 4. Teams are starting to shape up now. You know who you have.
Somebody's getting a W.
Matt is playing the champ, who's 0-3. I can't believe that. And the champ is favored to win this at 0-3. Mac Jones still in that starting lineup. I'm rolling Fields against. If there's any time, is Fields available, Matt? Is he available? Because I'll make the trade right now. It's ridiculous. I mean, if there's any time to start Fields, it's this week. No,
it'd be the opposite. I think Denver's gonna come back and want to react to the situation. No.
Oh, losing by 50.
Yeah, giving up 70 points are gonna be like
they were embarrassed. I think Matt should move a running back for a receiver.
He should move a running back for a receiver. Yeah, no, he should.
Brees Hall against Kansas City Sunday night. Oh man,
It's tough. It's tough. I'll
Josh
take Matt.
Jacobs gotta do something.
I'll take Matt.
Let me take the champ. Let me take the champ.
Okay.
You like Matt?
All right.
I'm gonna take the champ here. Champ can't lose. He's not gonna go 0-4, right?
He might go easy on Matt though. You never know. Just kidding.
Nah, I think when it comes to winning, the champ he has a no mercy approach, in my opinion. How about Tony though? He's playing Ryan Primo. Kirk Cousins still in that starting lineup at the moment. Could be Tua. Tua at Buffalo. Kirk Cousins at Carolina. I like Kirk Cousins at Carolina, honestly. It's a good problem to have, right? When you got two decent quarterbacks.
Yeah, it does. It is a good. It's a great problem.
Javonte Williams against the Bears. Sign me up. Najee at Houston. Hookah, right? I mean, this is not even. It's Tony. It's Tony, right? 130. Look at that projection.
130. Jesus, that's a lot.
His team has scored a lot of points. Kyle Pitts in the starting lineup over Ertz at San Fran. I see it. I agree, Tony. I agree.
I'll take Tony. Yeah, you're right. I'll take Tony.
Numbers don't lie here.
They do not lie.
How about Piani is playing Mikey this week? 3-0 versus 1-2. Oh my! Why is his projection so low on the right here?
I'm taking PI.
Yeah,
The projections are low because he's got a lot of like names that are not top 5 rounds.
Like Addison, yeah, no, NFL hasn't adjusted, right? Addison's 14, 15, right? But we don't know. Tank Dell 7, that's ridiculous. This guy's put 25. He's playing Pittsburgh.
He's playing Pittsburgh, man.
I mean, Mike can win this game. Piani's just a juggernaut, though, right now, right? Herbert at Las Vegas, he's going to light him up. I like Tank Dell over Tyler Algier, but Garrett Wilson's just sad.
I think Devontae Adams is going to hang 30 on the Chargers.
Probably.
He had 43 last week.
Probably.
He had 43 on the Steelers. So maybe Tank Dell will have like 30. What the heck? Yeah, nah, you're right. You're right.
So I know.
Game.
It's gonna be closer than what it looks like, but
Piani's gonna win. Yeah,
Piani's gonna win. And then our game of the week: 2 high prolific teams, high scoring teams. Dave is playing Xavier, 3-0 versus 1-2. Dave needs to get this one bad.
How is Dave 1-2? By the way,
I know
he scored so many points.
Lost on a Monday night special teams return. I mean, it's a tragic start to the season. But if you ask him, he'd rather have it this way than late.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Rashad White in the flex. Lock it on the bench. Monday night. A-Chain getting the start. Is that real? Against Buffalo?
Who knows? He's a rookie. I wouldn't start 3 running backs, though.
I'd start Roshan over. I mean, A-Chain just dropped like ridiculous amount of points. I can't blame him. He's got Tyreek Hill. Keenan's not going to do that again, right?
Why wouldn't he?
How do you go against his team on the right? Madison's days are numbered, by the way.
He's about to be 1-3, dropping like 500 points.
He's about to be 1-3, Mike. I can't.
He dropped 500 points in 4 weeks, and he's going to be 1-3. That makes no sense. That makes no sense. But Xavier's team is stacked.
Oh,
it's so stacked.
Xavier's team looks ridiculous. The weakest spot of this team is tight end, right? And tight end actually looked decent last week. Scored a touchdown. Looked fine, Pat. I think he put up 12. But other than that, and then he's even got Elijah Mitchell down there. So if anything does happen to McCaffrey, he's prepared.
He's more than prepared. Yes, for sure. Yeah.
Wow, Xavier.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
You can't name a bad draft by Xavier.
Yeah, you cannot name a bad draft.
Can't do it. Won't do it. As we come to the end of the episode, we come back full screen here. Week 4, baby. I'm just shocked by some of the things that's happened this year. A lot of injuries, a lot of hamstrings. It's unfortunate, but we will prevail. A winner will come out of this.
No excuses, man. No excuses. He's still in it, man. 1-2.
Yeah. How many games do you expect to lose with these injuries?
Me, personally?
Yeah, like 2, and then they come back.
I don't know,
we just want Eckler, right? We just need Eckler back, and we're all good.
Well, Watson, too. Watson would be big for me, you know? Yeah. Watson would be big because that would solidify our flex spot. Eckler would be big. And Richardson, I can't really rely on Derek Carr. So all those would be pretty big for me.
Richardson's going to come back this week. Concussion protocol, he should get through that.
Yeah, but I'm kind of worried. Like, the way he plays, what if he just gets another one, you know?
Well, this is the risk you took. Like, could you imagine, like, a lot of fantasy analysts were like, take Richardson. and then grab Aaron Rodgers later.
Yeah. And they
And you know, a lot of people did
Yeah,
that. I
and
guarantee you,
they
a
both
lot of
got
people
hurt.
were like,
Yeah. You know what though? There's other running quarterbacks. Like Lamar didn't get a concussion. You know,
Daniel
Josh
Jones.
Allen, Daniel Jones hasn't got a Josh. Who am I trying to say right now?
Joshua Dobbs.
No, yeah, Joshua Dobbs. Yeah, but
Justin
Lamar,
Fields.
just Josh Allen. Josh Allen runs the ball. He didn't
Mhm.
get no concussion. Yeah, it
Jalen Hurts.
things happen, man. Things happen. Things happen.
It's just he's a rookie, right? He just doesn't know how to, and he's not used to the pain or the brute force of the NFL. They hit harder. Not trying to say they don't hit in college, but I mean, these are grown men.
You think he's being targeted? Because he got hit hard week 1, if you remember that too.
Yeah,
with his knee.
He's getting hit hard. I hope they're not targeting because you'll get kicked. Remember what happened to that dude, the Saints defense coordinator? I think it was Greg something. That dude he was targeting. And he had bounties.
Yeah. And Sean Payton. They both got suspended. Yeah. The whole team, they lost their first round pick.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But
Broncos could use some bounties right now. I swear to God, the way they're playing, they need some kind of motivation, bro. They need some kind of motivation.
I was looking at a college game there. I was like, this is ridiculous.
70? What is going on?
Imagine.
It was embarrassing.
Oh, man. We didn't even shout out Mikey. You want to talk about pain? Mikey traveled all the way
to see the Bears,
to Arrowhead, to watch the Bears,
to see the Bears,
and just my pathetic performance by the Bears for Mikey. I'm so sorry, man. Well, I'm sure we'll be able to hear it from him soon. Been trying to get him on Second Take, just hasn't really worked out with scheduling, but we'll get there. What we did say is the stadium was a lot easier to get out in Soldier Field, which I can imagine that's true for a lot of places. But he said he had a good time, nevertheless. Beautiful stadium. But man, I mean, we're at the point, Mike, where we're about to get the brown bags over the heads.
Yeah. You know what's weird is you only won 3 games last year.
Yes, we've lost 13 straight.
Those games were more entertaining to watch. There was a good offense. You're in the games. There's good offense. So you added a couple pieces. You're like, oh well, they only lost by like average 7-8 points, whatever. Like these players, these additions. You know what I'm saying? DJ
the line
Moore,
is better. The receiving core is better.
Right.
I'd argue the running back core is better.
Yes.
I mean, David was a big part of it, but I mean, it's comparable at least. Quarterback play is not better. It's worse. And the play calling is worse. I think they put too much on him, but it's year 3. Like, I understand.
He's in a rut, too. He's just in a rut. He's overthinking. He had great throws. I watched the game.
How about that one to Moore? How about that one to Moore, that drop?
Yeah. Who else? I think which call dropped one, too? There was a couple of like deep passes that got dropped. Yeah, Claypool dropped one, too.
Well, of course he's going to drop one.
He needs like 3 or 4 of those to connect. He needs to play the Broncos. He's playing the Broncos.
And that's what he's doing.
We'll see. Man. We'll see, man. Maybe
if it's not now, it's never.
Right. Because then at that point, you're like, if you're 0-4, you got to start thinking about the future. You got to start thinking about Caleb Williams. You got to start thinking about. They're talking about with the Vikings. They're 0-3. They're talking about trading Kirk Cousins. Did you hear about this? There's a rumor, but
to the Jets,
to the Jets, to anyone, and then just take it for Caleb Williams, or whatever.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, their defense, there's some older players. I could see the Minnesota Vikings doing that. Just unloaded Dalvin. Yeah. That's good for Cam. Give Cam all the yards. Just hand the ball off to him. Can't even name the backup for Minnesota Vikings. Can't do it. What'd you think of last thing? What'd you think of Blaine Gabbert coming in the game for the Kansas City Chiefs? I didn't know he was the backup there.
I stopped watching. I'm sorry. I stopped watching.
As you should have.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. Very disappointing Sunday, but your Chargers got one.
That was an entertaining game. We always have entertaining games.
It was going to be a shootout, no matter what.
Awful play calling, but with that 4th and 1. There's been a lot of talk this week, actually. Colin Cowherd, a lot of people are talking about that 4th and 1 decision.
Some people are like, I get the reason to do it because of like time and whatever, but that's not the right call for it.
No.
I can see that argument where it's like, let's go. Because our defense hasn't really done much, and then but I'm not calling that play.
No, Joshua Kelly had 11 carries for 12 yards. Like, you're not giving it to Joshua Kelly. Put the ball in Herbert's hands. Let him throw the key in.
We're all doing
Yeah. And they
I-
need
I-
7. They need 7 and they have no timeouts. Maybe just punt the ball. You know what I mean? Stop overthinking it.
Yeah. I personally would have punted, but that's me. Old fashioned.
The defensive coordinator would have punted it. A good one. He's not a good one. Kirk Cousins beat himself. He should. We were giving up
Yeah,
that game.
didn't spike the ball.
I've never seen 2 teams wanting to lose more than the Vikings and Chargers. Bro, I swear to God, they're just throwing away the game. Each one of them, like fumble here, interception here, penalty here, like holding, face mask, all these stupid, like this is the worst coach teams I've ever seen in discipline ever. Both of them. They're throwing the game away. They both are. Man, it's just crazy, man.
Well, I'm excited for week 4.
Me too.
Looks like I'll be able to watch. No pumpkin patch in my future this week. I'm stoked, man. I'm stoked. But any last words here before we move on?
Nope. Team IR, let's get healthy. T-shirt Mike,
healthy, baby.
come back.
I do promise you on that T-shirt, I would definitely have the picture of the injuries, and we'll make sure that's on there. I wouldn't discount that from you. You deserve that. But there we go. Another episode. I'll wrap it up here for week 4. Good luck to all the GMs out there, and bear down.
Bear down.
Bear down.